Hey everybody, I'm coming in with another video. So this one we're talking about Derek Carr. And I will tell you, I for one do not believe Derek Carr is overrated. It's just that he's been through some things and it just has to get over the hump. And once he does that, he'll be just fine. But others seem to believe that he's overrated, overpaid, be over some little mistakes that he make. Any kind of mistakes a quarterback make, and all of a sudden they're just overpaid. People switch up too quickly. It's kind of weird. And a lot of people has been getting on him quite a bit lately. Yeah, they really have. People have just been hating. Haters just been coming out of nowhere. And they down as soon as you do something wrong. So I would say for one, I do like Derek Carr. And I think he's a good quarterback, a really good quarterback. That's just been through a lot of stuff that people do not take into account. And I will tell you this. If he doesn't pan out for Oakland, I will blame the Raiders for this one. I cannot blame someone that it's not his fault that the manager had to get over three head coaches and three different offensive coordinators. That a lot of quarterbacks wouldn't survive that. And then not to mention having the injuries and then people saying he's not playing the same. Of course he didn't play the same last season. And then this season it's not playing awful, but he's just got some errors that he's just got to fix at the moment because he's making a lot of them, more than usual actually. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make excuses for the man because some of the things he's done thus far this season is pretty unacceptable. He's got to do better than that, and I honestly think they can fix it. But I mean, new coach, new coordinator, new players and stuff like that. You mean there's a lot of things that goes into why they're not winning, other than the fact that they're just simply not finishing games. But Card really has to stop with those picks. I've never seen him turn the ball over this much, at least not this early. So I mean, I think he can fix it. I just don't. It's just too early in the season. I mean, sometimes they come up with bad starts, and so I know that he did cost them in that first game, and then the last game didn't do no favors either. Now, had the defense actually stopped the Dolphins, he might have made up for it, but it didn't happen. They just let him score immediately. But it's kind of annoying that people do not take some other things into account when you're talking about a quarterback. But see, here's the thing though. I don't really take a lot of people's opinions seriously all the time because they switch up on people so quickly. I mean, look what they did. Look what everyone was doing to Matt Ryan in the first week. They were calling him overrated, this and that, and then he's just not that good. And then you get other quarterbacks that can go and making mistakes like that, or just not playing all that well, and they're just like, oh look, just overrated, don't work, not worth the money, not worth the money. You gotta say that about every other quarterback. If it's not Tom or Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, they're not worth the money. But see, here's the thing though. You know, when you're talking about Derek Carr, you talking about somebody that has had to deal with he had over four or three offensive coordinators, one awful one, and then he has what over three head coaches, and I mean like a lot of quarterbacks wouldn't be able to survive such a thing like that, especially for what he's been through, and not to mention a back injury, pinky not so much, but still like a back injury and stuff like that. I mean, come on now. I mean, let this man at least get through all that stuff. People say he's acting scared. I mean, that Dolphins game, he sure wasn't acting scared of me. He was getting hit quite a bit. He was not. I did not see him acting scared. The first game, you could probably see he was being a little timid, but this one, he was getting hit quite a bit, and he was still standing in that pocket, trying to make a play. And then people wonder why he doesn't run the ball. He's not a runner. He's a pocket passer, and he's always been a pocket passer. He doesn't prefer the run, but sometimes he does run when needed to. But that's not what he does. They say that he can't throw it deep no more. He can't throw a deep pass. First of all, he can't throw a deep pass. He's done it many times. He's done it a couple of times this season to Amari Cooper, which one was a penalty and another one was a complete drop. Didn't even. Now, yeah, he does need to throw those little fade routes a little better because he hasn't been doing it very good lately. He's done it. He's always done it with Crabtree, but he's not doing it too well with these guys. I don't know. Maybe it's a chemistry issue. I don't know what it is. But he's underthrowing balls when it comes to those routes. So he's got to do better with that. And he usually does that well. I also hear that he's not taking chances. Now, taking chances could be subjective when it comes to fans because it could either be, oh, he did this wrong, he should have never thrown that ball, or good ball, good throw, because the receiver caught the ball. That stuff is subjective. But then when he did take a chance, they all didn't really work in his favor. And my problem is that people are complaining, are finding ways to complain about something. I know he hasn't been up to par lately. He hasn't played as well as he should have. But it's not like he's playing awful. I know they need to score more. And that also goes out to play calling. You can't just put that on a quarterback. Even though he audibles, and we should all know this by now, he's a smart quarterback. He audible out of plays, and a good amount of times he makes the right decisions. But not all the time we're going to make the right decisions. It doesn't seem Brady make some audibles that didn't turn out well. Peyton Manning didn't turn out well with some on some audible plays. So you can't expect them all to be just great. But like I said, I'm not really trying to make no excuses for him. But I am going to sit here and defend him on everything besides his boneheaded mistakes that he has made recently. He has got to do better with that. But what bothers me the most is that you're not even thankful that you even have a quarterback like this right now. I mean, some other teams can use a quarterback like Derek Carr. I'm pretty sure the Bears would love to have him. But you know, y'all want to get rid of him as soon as he makes mistakes. But the thing is that it's not over with him yet. I don't know why I give it up so quickly. I don't think it's over for him yet. I say give him at least 2 more years. At the very least, give him 2 more years. If he's playing awful, then you might need to replace him. But right now, he's playing good enough. But there's just a lot of things that's got to come into place. It's not just him. It's everybody, including the coach. There's a lot of things that needs work. And once that happens, and if they start winning again, then I don't want to hear anything because he did lead that team in the playoffs in 2016 with a 12-4 record. Could have been 13-3. I mean, come on now, just give it. Just hold on for a minute and just see. Stop being so impatient. And we'll just see what happens still in the next 2 years. It's just this stuff takes time. Well, that's about all I have. Tell me what y'all think about Derek Carr in the comment section below. Give a like if you like what you heard. Consider subscribing to the channel. I do sports content, and I'll see y'all later.